Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Puckett and Benson up here in the caster booth. We got Mr. X and Maven watching the games from the analysis desk. Really looking forward to hearing what Mr. X has to say about that last S&D. WR dominating Faze on bio.
Yeah, I'm surprised it was such dominating fashion, but it all came down to that great start that WR had. You know, when you have two players going off, I think it was 11-2 overall. Pretty hard to lose a game of Search and Destroy when you start that well.
Really impressed by Hugh's fearlessness. You saw him charge in on multiple occasions trying to, once there was a stalemate, he was the guy going in and trying to get that first blood on the attack and defense. But here in this next game, we're going to see some Detroit uplink, and you can see your key player matchup. The caps per accuracy previously at the start of the season doing most of that objective play. TJ, though, I think is going to be our satellite carrier to watch. But Parasite, one of the most impressive objective slayers in the game. When he has the satellite in his hands, he knows all of the perfect spots to hit those one-point throws. Yeah, he can be a little bit of a nerd, that's for sure. He knows those spots without a shadow of a doubt. This one, though, I think of the series, if you look at all 5 maps, should actually be the closest, I think. You look at the season record, 50% win ratio on uplink Detroit for Faze and a 54% win ratio for WR. So WR do have the edge. But this is where I think that experience from Faze could start to kick in. They need to just have a little bit of life. They look kind of dead, to be honest. I look down at that the stage, and there's no animation coming from them. I was going to say, so tell me, who is it on this squad that you're looking to step up for Faze?
From the Faze team?
Yep.
I kind of want to say Aches. Aches is that player. He's a veteran. He's, as you said, widely considered as one of the greatest of all time when it comes to Call of Duty pro players. If he can get hyped and just get loud. That's what the Aches we know. You think back of Aches of Black Ops 2, even last year, he was a player who was going to get loud. If there's no sound for his booth, he's going to be screaming. I mean, admittedly, hasn't had any moments he could do that, but this is where you turn it around, Puckett.
Throwing on the COD vision, we're on board with Aches to open things up.
Happy's on the wrong team.
Down 2-0.
This is going to be ended, sure.
Yeah, Happy and those guys are saying, you're on the wrong side. Yeah. At the start, we actually had all 8 players going to Sentinel. Then we saw the WR guys switching over to Atlas, and I think they're just waiting on.
Aches is like, if you're not gonna play the game, I'm gonna score 2 points. Yeah. Don't even worry about it. Had Michael Jordan for a while, but as his Twitter.
Our refs are sorting this out, guys. No worries.
Aches is more than happy.
In the meantime,
he's gonna keep getting those dunks. Don't even worry about it.
I like it. A little warm-up play, and you know what's kind of interesting there?
Hit me.
We only saw 2 grabs of the satellite. Both responses were passes. Something we haven't really seen. We didn't see a whole lot of passing at the AW Open.
Yeah, I think that was...
Or at UMG Orlando most recently.
Yeah, of course, the patches that came in kind of changed things up a little bit. Because when the game first came out, you could pass yards. I mean, you could pass cross map. All you need to do is see someone and you could hit that LT button. Then, obviously, a little bit of a patch came in. Sledgehammer recognizing that may be a little bit too powerful for uplink. Especially after seeing the way that some of the teams, especially Envy. You remember when we saw that Envy Merc pass the Nameless over the map on Riot when Riot was in the rotation? Yeah, it was crazy. But since that patch, as you said, we haven't really seen too many players utilize that pass feature. It's more kind of, I'm going to RT, throw for yards, slay out, pick up the drone, and then go for 2-point plays.
Right, and I'm interested to see, does FaZe have any setups in order, or are we going to see a whole lot of mid-map tosses, from top Atlas? What's the game plan?
This is the thing. If we look at what we've seen so far, you would say, all right, they're going to pick up the drone, they're going to throw for yards, and they're going to slay. But around this time of year, on every single Call of Duty title, you see players like Parasite, like Aches, come up with different ways to try and get ahead of the game. Whether we're going to see that at this event, maybe in 2 weeks' time, or maybe have to wait till LA.
We talked to some of the players, and they said, we're not going to show anything this weekend, but we'll show it at North American Regionals, potentially. I'm wondering, though, does any team take this event as kind of that practice to make sure it's working before Regionals?
Right. I mean, you already saw a couple of weapons being shown, we saw the Anmar and the AK-12 come out. Parasite definitely trying that out. Curious to see what he runs on Detroit, though, if he's going to try and mix things up even more. I really don't think he will. I think he's going to go back to his kind of basic loadout. But the passing is a really interesting thing.
Let me ask you, Ben, does WR close this out 3-0?
I'm going to say it all depends on the first 2 minutes of this game. If FaZe come out looking lively, they could take it, and then we could have that kind of 2-2 comeback. But with the way WR have been playing, it's really, really difficult to say they're not going to just 3-0.
All right, I have Aches highlighted. I have Parasite highlighted. We talked about it before this tournament kicked off, that these are the 2 guys who argue over the shot calls. Now they seem to have it all together, but keep an eye on these two working together when it comes to the objective. Aches is going to slay out the middle of the map. No one going for the satellite yet. Instead, they're going to go for map control first, and you can already see one player wrapping around, trying to get behind enemy lines as Faze is setting up for a flank, potentially a pass. Satellite now moving in the hands of Slasher. Aches with 2 big kills. Slasher is going to be moving up, but they know the spawns are all back near apartments. Trying to get 1 or 2 more kills. Slasher going with the first toss, and the Huke intercepts and says, thank you, buddy. I'm going to take that and run.
Yeah, that was a nice play from Huke. You see how well he timed that. It's not an easy thing to do on AW.
No.
Still some players yet to kind of master that technique of jumping, dashing, and then jumping again. But Huke has nailed it, and we saw TJ Haley, you know, go back to Yoshi Orlando. Some of the things he was doing. I mean, I think that was a top 1 play, personally, the plays he was making. But you know, Uplink is one of those games where you need to try and go for those 1-point plays now. It's kind of developed a little bit. You can't just always go for those 2-point plays. It's a lot safer. A better game plan overall to just keep on racking up the 1 points.
Yeah, we were waiting for kind of the meta of Uplink to change. I think we're now at that point. We see the satellite once again in Faze's hands. Happy's behind him, and 3 are down. So that's going to go over to TJ. Happy going to clear the way through the school. Spawns are there, though. So let's see what TJ decides to do. Looks like it's going to be Happy with the satellite, and he goes for the 1-point toss. Interception, yes! Parasite gets it out of the map.
Oh, nice start to this game of Uplink Detroit. 2 interceptions, coming up 2 1-point throw attempts. Now Slasher looks like he's going to try and just get some control of his own base here, as players are going to be pushing him. TJ has the drone in hand. Slasher waiting for players to push up that mid-street. That is going to be the first. Picks him up, but can't find anyone else. Meanwhile, TJ looks like he's going to go for the 1-point throw. Connects this time. Unaware, have the lead with 3 minutes left of the first half.
Yeah, Parasite is going to be pushing up aggressively. He missed his interception opportunity. Now he's getting aggressive on the gun side of things. He wants to go for the kills, enabling your kill feed as well. Parasite's going to find a second one. Atlas needs some help. He pushes in for the satellite. Enable is there to pick up the kill, and now all 4 members of Faze alive, and they're all here supporting the objective. Parasite's going to toss that, going to get some extra health as he goes for the pickup. Also kind of baiting it out here. Going to find 1 player down low. Aches was cleaned out in the garage. Slasher coming off spawn as well. So this is now going to be Aware's opportunity to push through the garage unless Slasher can put a stop to it right now.
Yeah, that drone's going to reset. But that was a smart play from Parasite. Recognized his teammate died, had no support, needed to pull out his gun and try and win a gunfight. Sadly, wasn't able to do so. But if he had, that definitely would have set up Faze for potentially a 1-point play. Huke again going to be using the IMR. On a map like Detroit, that's actually a little bit surprising, but he is making it work, Bucket.
Yeah, really 2 bursts every time we watch Huke. He's getting the kills. TJ, 2-point play, got a little bit greedy. Does he have teammates in position? It looks like Slasher is there to put a stop to the rush from Aware, and that ball is going to be thrown out. So Satellite quickly resetting. It's not one of those throws where it goes on top of the map and you have to wait for the 15-second cooldown. Both teams just wanting to get control as quickly as possible so they can rack up some score, but after 3.5 minutes, we're sitting at just 1-0.
Yeah, that's a surprisingly very low scoring game, and Faze got a little bit lucky there because Aches actually team killed Parasite, and if Aware might take a little bit of advantage of that, they could have maybe got that 1-point throw in, but Slasher is going to fall. Parasite looks like he's going to try and chase, but that drone should be reset once again.
And it looks like we're going to see that on top of the roof, so Enable just setting up to watch the mid-street. Not going to see anything. Instead, you're going to see Accuracy and TJ trying to push through the alley.
Don't get outshot there.
Shots coming in, and Enable is barely going to survive. Let's go over. It looks like it's going to be Parasite pushing up for the satellite. Once again, there is 1 player, though, in the area. That's going to be Huke. Huke surviving. Going to get out, and that's really slowing Faze down. They're not nearly as aggressive as they want to be. TJ on the objective now.
TJ looking to pick up that kill around that satellite drone respawn area. Only 47 seconds left of this first half. Of course, trade sides at the half. Still plenty of time in this game. Such a low scoring game though, Chris. Just a 1-point lead is all that separates the 2 teams. Huke with the drone though, managing to just try and get that one out of his base. He's going to be running that straight down the middle of the street as well. So Enable may actually have to wrap back here. There's only 27 seconds left. You don't need to overextend and go for a glory play. Just make sure you defend your base first.
All right, Satellite take it down. Enable.
Another team kill coming in as well. Aches killing Slasher there with a nade. That's the second one we've seen.
A little bit sloppy from Faze. It hasn't cost him yet, but here might be the play. Not going to happen. Big kill coming through from Slasher. And we're going to see now Happy jumping around. He's got an opponent in front of him. Slasher trying to get away. Is going to get stuck and taken down by Accuracy's ASM1 in the front. TJ on that satellite, but really not a whole lot done there. Just 1-0. You got to wonder, should you have expected more scores out of WR, and does Faze now have the advantage after allowing just one throw?
If you look at kind of the sides, which is the more favored side, I think the side of WR on is still considered the favored side on Detroit. You know, you can get that drone, you can run it into school, you can go to the 1-point throw window, you can score a 1-point play. If your teammates can get control of that back truck, I mean, that's just spawn trap central.
So here we go, on board with Aches at the start. And let's see where he's gonna head. He's gonna have a player right behind him already. Keep your eyes on Accuracy. He's on a huge flank. Accuracy's gonna pick up your first kill. Aches trying to answer back, but all three members of WR are surging forward. Let's go over. Accuracy picking up the satellite, has teammates to toss it to if needed. And he's going to be tagged up by some nades, just trying to throw that one for some yards. TJ will fall, who is in position to go for the dunk, so it's up to Huke to hold down this streak.
If you can pick up this kill before it goes out of bounds, that'd be massive, but not going to be able to do so. You saw Ace left in a really sticky position all by himself. Everyone losing that first 1-versus-1 gunfight down that mid-street. Is now Parasite pushing up towards the satellite drone respawn. He falls, and Faze just need to kind of slow things down a little bit, I think. Just go for those kills mid-street and then make a play with the drone. It's only a 1-point lead WR have. You don't need to do anything drastic in the first 2 minutes of this game. Just get into that groove, get those kills.
And if you look at the kills and deaths, I mean, everyone, with the exception of Happy, kind of negative. It looks like Huke now is positive on the second side, and then here comes some plays.
There it is.
It's a 1-pointer though. Happy unable to stop it. He's leading the team at 18 kills, but we'll see if they can convert those into points. Happy gonna pick up another one on Slasher. Big kill in the school. If you have school control, you have a dunk opportunity if you're Faze. So Happy, some key plays. Now rotating around, is gonna find his third in a row on this streak.
And whilst all this is going on, TJ, of course, picks up that satellite drone. Can he go for the 1-point play? Jumps!
Yupsie,
no, it's missed!
It went right through!
Oh, that was so unfortunate. There are still going to be players there, though. Huke with the IMR. Can he get the second kill? Yes, he can.
And
Parasite cleaned
kill
out.
again.
It's the third team kill from Faze. Is that going to cost them this time? Players from WR desperately trying to dive towards that satellite drone, but Aches manages to get the reset. That was shaky moments for Faze there.
Bit scary, to say the least. We're going to see one player still inside school trying to get behind Huke. And Huke is not going to be able to get much done. It's Parasite now on the satellite. Let's see where they decide to go. Faze is going to push this one through school. Look for your key blocker. It's going to be Aches trying to lead the charge. He's tagged up before he can even get through the window. Parasite all by himself is just going to throw that satellite on the ground. And will he be able to get it back? It looks like that player jumps through window. Parasite trying to find another, won't be able to pick it up. It's Happy doing the damage. Satellite still down. WR with the tie score is happy to just fight for control instead of trying to push this one up. I love the patience we're seeing.
Oh yeah, they know that the kills are going to be important. They can't just grab that drone and push it right now. They need to, you know, get some control of the Faze's base, and that's the play. And it's coming very, very soon, as one player actually had to track all the way back. So now you see Huke actually in the back of his base. He knows Aches is going to be running towards him, and this is going to be such big play from Faze. 2 players go down. Huke essentially trying to do this by himself. TJ is inside school though.
Here comes Aches, 1-point play.
Does
he get the toss? He's got the dunk. Nice cover fire from Slasher, and he's gonna get it through. So 3-1, 2 minutes left here for WR to answer back.
Honestly, I thought he actually dived down a little bit too soon, but just managing to scrape the edge of that portal. So Faze, as you said, a 2-point lead. Now WR need to change tempo. They can't continue playing it the way they were. They need to reply with just under 2 minutes left of the game.
Yeah, it really comes back to TJ's throw from earlier. It should have been a 3-2 game, but that ball just went just over the goal. So we'll see what is going to happen. TJ trying to sneak in once again, surrounded by blue players. Faze locking things down here in Hotel. Aches is going to move back mid-street. He's got Enable leading the way. Enable trying to pick up a kill. Slasher will catch Accuracy.
Oh, I love this play from Aches. Just completely redirects his run. Has a teammate there trying to pick up these kills. There's going to be one from Slasher, but Aches still with the drone. Actually, just holding on, and this is big. You know, if Faze just control the satellite drone, WR can't score.
Right.
It's that simple. With 60 seconds left, you know, Aches has the possibility to actually just turn around and play the drone, but instead they're going to fight for those kills. So Aches now needs to win the gunfight, doesn't, and Happy is going to get control of the drone with just under a minute left to play.
Happy just throwing it for some yards once again.
Was massive play from
and
Enable.
This is a big stop from Enable. Will the satellite be thrown out? Slasher looks like he's going to be following a teammate. It was Aches who went down at the hands of TJ. So another play, smart heads-up uplink play coming in from Faze. But you got to question, will they be able to hold on? WR has not stopped surging forward. Happy is going to be on the flank. Wishes he had a bow in that situation. Huke has the bow. but he's getting pressured up close. Accuracy not going to be able to move up that satellite, and now it's up to TJ. Everything going wrong here, everything going right though for Faze. Let's go over to Enable, who now has the satellite.
He just needs to play it.
There's 15 seconds
Best
left.
game.
That is going to lock things up. 3-1. Faze not out of it yet. Going to take Detroit.
Nice plays coming out from Faze at the very end of that game, but you have to give props to Enable. He got so many crucial kills, which stopped WR pushing up with that satellite drone. 2 pieces and just single kills on the drone carrier. Just such big play.
Well, it's crazy. I looked down at the bottom of our screen at the end of this game. The fans tweeting at home 50-50.
Wow.
They don't know who is going to take this series. After watching Faze on that map, I was scared for him in the first side, but as soon as they switched over, looking very strong. Enable and Slasher getting the kills, and Parasite very few objective misses. He and Aches.
It was a solid game.
Lots of team kills there, but they never made any big mistakes when it came to the objective.
Yeah, a little bit lucky that those team kills didn't cost them, because there was a couple of times where we were really far pushed into Faze's base when those team kills actually came in. But up next, Chris, is going to be CTF Ascend.
CTF Ascend?
Yeah, Faze a little bit better than WR on this map. Not by much, 58 to 54, so still very, very close. But I would love to see the first game here at Season 1 Finals go to a Game 5.
All right, before the commercial break, I would love to show the stats just one more time here, guys. One thing to note, this is the only one player from Aware has been positive every game. That has been Happy at a 1.35 there. A bit surprised to see Hook just shy of that positivity. On the other side, you had Faze. You had 2 guys, Aches and Parasite, really focusing on the objective. I want to see who is going to win the objective battle, because if you look at Slang from that Detroit game alone, you got to give the advantage to Faze.
Right. You really do. They played that one so well, but you know, CTF Ascend, very, very different. Obviously, different game type, completely different map. I know Faze, not too big of fans on this map. Kind of had some complaints about it when I asked them earlier on.
Aware, they'll play anything. We'll see if they can close it
out.
out. Or will Faze force a Game 5 and make all of our caster predictions correct? We'll be back.
Please.
Game 4 coming up next.